Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about the Sustainable in Development Goals, also known as the SDGs. These goals were created by the United Nations in 2015 to build a better and more sustainable future. Our topic today is SDG 13, which focuses on climate actions. SDG 13 aims to take urgent actions against climate change and its impacts. Climate change affects not only the environment, but also our economy, healthy, and daily life. That's why climate action is very important for everyone. One major problem is global warming. Burning fossil fuels and cutting down forests increase greenhouse gases, which cause temperatures to rise. Another problem is the melting of polar ice, which leads to rising sea levels and environmental damage. Right now, global temperatures are already 1.55 degrees Celsius higher than pre-industrial levels, exceeding the 1.5 degrees Celsius goal of the Paris Agreement. This means climate change is happening faster than expected, causing more extreme weather such as heat waves, floods, and wildfires. There are several ways to help solve climate change. We can save energy, use public transportation, reduce waste, and support renewable energy. We should also protect forests and work together as governments, business, and individuals to create a more sustainable future. Thank you.
我是机械一丙的邱宇翔. So the first problem is rising global temperature. To begin with, the issue of rising global temperatures demands our immediate attention. Human activities, specifically the burning of fossil fuels and extensive deforestation, have significantly trapped heat within our atmosphere. Consequently, this has led to unprecedented record-breaking global temperatures, accelerating the climate crisis we face today. This temperature rise isn't just about hotter summers, it's driving extreme weather everywhere. We are seeing devastating floods in some parts of the world, while other regions suffer from prolonged, severe droughts that destroy crops and water supplies. Secondly, we must mind the crisis of melting polar ice, which causes sea levels to rise and threatens coastal cities. At the same time, countless species are losing their habitats, forcing us to face a massive loss of biodiversity. Current data shows that the Arctic sea ice is shrinking at an alarming rate of 12.2% per decade. This environmental shift has two major consequences. It drives the rise of global sea levels and inflicts severe disruption on marine biodiversity. To put the 12.2% into perspective, that's like losing an entire country's worth of ice every single decade. Imagine looking at a world map and every 10 years a piece of land the size of entire nations just completely vanish into the ocean. That is how fast Arctic is disappearing. Our third major concern is a critical milestone we've recently hit. Global temperature have officially reached 1.55 degrees Celsius, above pre-industrial levels. This is a massive alarm. Why? Because we have officially crossed the 1.5 degrees Celsius limit set by the Paris Agreement. It's proof that the climate crisis is moving much faster than our global efforts to stop it. We're running out of time. And we even don't have to look far to see the evidence. It's happening right here in Taiwan. Due to rising sea temperatures, the coral reefs in southern Taiwan, including areas around Kaohsiung and Kenting, are suffering from severe large-scale bleaching. Marine scientists have described it as a silent catastrophe under our waters. The once colorful reefs are turning into ghostly white skeletons. When our own oceans are screaming for help, we can no longer treat this count limit as just a meaningless number on the slide.
Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about SDGs Sun climate action. Climate change is a serious problem, so we need to take action from our daily lives, schools, and society. First, one important solution is raising awareness. Many people know about global warming, but they may not really understand how serious it is. Therefore, we should stay informed about both local and global climate issues. For example, we can read news about extreme weather, rising temperatures, and environmental problems in different countries. When people understand the problem better, they are more likely to take action. Another way to raise awareness is through education. Climate literacy should be included in all levels of education. Students should learn what climate change is, why it happens, and how human activities affect the Earth. If young people build right ideas early, they can make better choices in the future. Second, we need to reduce emissions. On a personal level, we can start with simple habits. For example, we can use LED light bulbs, set the air conditioner to 26 to 28 degrees, and unplug electronic devices when we are not using them. These actions may seem small, but if many people do them together, they can reduce a lot of energy waste. Transportation is also important. We should use public transportation, ride bikes, or walk more often instead of driving alone. This can reduce carbon emissions and also make our lifestyle healthier. Besides that, we should reduce waste. We can use reusable containers and follow the principle of reduce, reuse, and recycle. By producing less trash and using resources, we can lower the pressure on the environment. Finally, from a technical and professional side, society should shift from fossil fuels to renewable energy, such as solar and wind power. Companies and governments can also use smart management systems to monitor energy use and reduce unnecessary power consumption. This solution can help create cleaner and more sustainable future.
Hello everyone, my name is Wu Chenghan from Intelligent Computing and Big Data, and talk about the three-pillar computation and restoration. I use an example. Earth is like a bank. We take things from it. This bank can grow back, but we cannot take too much. First, we need to keep tree we have and stop cutting tree. Why are trees important? Because trees take in carbon dioxide from the air. One big tree can take in a lot of carbon dioxide. When we cut down the tree, two bad things happen. First, we lose carbon dioxide. The tree could take in the future. The carbon dioxide inside the tree go back into the air. So cutting tree is twice as bad. Keeping the tree we have in is the cheapest and best way to stop climate change. Second, we need restoration. We need to fix nature. But we cannot just plant any tree. We need to plant trees that belong here, plant many different kinds of tree, plant tree, bushes, and grass together. Why? Because if we have only one kind, sickness can kill all trees. Different trees and plants help each other. When we do restoration, we also give animals a place to live, make water and air clean, give people jobs, makes life better. Restoration take a long time, maybe many years, but it is worth it. We leave a good nature for our children and grandchildren. Okay, thank you everyone.
Next, we are talking about cooperation. Cooperation is very important for climate action. Climate change is not a problem that one person or one country can solve alone. Governments, businesses, and individuals all need to work together. First, governments can take law to reduce pollution and support clean energy. For example, I can encourage people to use solar power, wind power, or public transportation. Second, businesses can also help companies use less plastic and make products in a greener way. They can also reduce waste and lower carbon emissions. Finally, individuals can take action in daily life. We can save electricity, recycle, use reusable bags, and take public transportation more often.
As shown in the first slide, Taiwan has been actively promoting solar photovoltaic development. Our strategy focuses on two main pillars: rooftop installations in urban areas and ground-mounted solar farms in rural or industrial zones. To expand renewable energy, the government has set ambitious capacity targets. We encourage households, schools, and factories to install rooftop panels, while large-scale solar farms help stabilize our energy supply and reduce our heavy reliance on fossil fuels. This solar expansion is part of a larger legal framework. Taiwan has officially adopted the 2050 net zero emissions target as a core national objective. To achieve this, we enacted the Climate Change Response Act. This law is crucial because it legalizes greenhouse gas reduction targets and introduces a carbon fee mechanism. This mechanism incentivizes our industries to accelerate their transition toward low carbon practices, ensuring we stay aligned with the international climate committees. Looking at our progress, the data shows a significant shift. In 2016, our renewable energy share was quite low. However, by 2020, we saw steady growth. Our ultimate goal for 2025 is to have solar and wind power account for a much larger portion of our energy mix, aiming for 20% total renewable energy. A successful example of this is the solar projects in Taichung schools, where green energy creates a win-win for education, the economy, and the environment. In conclusion, by combining clear legal mandates with the active promotion of solar energy, Taiwan is taking concrete action against climate change. We are proving that a transition to green energy is not just a goal, but a reality we are building every day.